Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche La NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. We'll watch the Miami Heat in this one as they go up against the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony, and our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. And now the Lakers starting group. The guard pair will be Doncic and Reed. Smart is out there with LeBron James, and it's Ayton in at the center, locking down the middle. When LeBron's playing days are over, and GA, who knows when that'll be, what will you remember most about his play?
You know, I don't think there's ever been a player who came into the league with such lofty expectations and not only met those expectations, but fair to say, he's exceeded them.
Now, here's Doncic. Really played well against Houston in his last outing. And the three off target. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Rockets in Houston. Good ball movement here by Miami. Mitchell against Doncic. 5 on the clock. Has to wear. The Heat need to get a shot off. For 3, Mitchell. The shot, no good. Nice D from Doncic. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Now James. And Ware pulls it down.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Here's Larson. Last time 14 points for him. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That is his first foul of the game. First team foul. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Mitchell with it. He's picked up by Doncic. 5 to shoot. Adebayo with a screen for Mitchell. Shoots over Doncic.
Not how they were looking to start the game. They've come up empty on their first 3 tries.
Pass to Reeves. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Still nothing after 4 shot attempts. They're desperate to see something fall through the net.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Here's Larson. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Herro, that's a 2-pointer. Miami no good on that time either.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky right there for the D. Gives the team such a great element having a 1 guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
And you can see how it energizes the entire team.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And while we can, let's check on the leading distributors at the point guard position in the second half of the season. Luka Doncic, 4th.
And obviously assists are the name of the game at the point guard position. And that's not lost on these guys. It's all about making their teammates better.
Well, they are natural catalysts. Every one of these guys brings so much to the table, and all of it gets their team going.
Here's Larson. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Outside, Herro. Adebayo with a screen on Reed. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That one on Ayton.
And Adebayo is hard to knock off course because of that upper body strength.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
He's hit his free throws at a pretty good clip this year, 77%.
Now at the line, If a player is fouled on a made basket as he goes to the free throw line, my call would sound like this. Now at the line, Jaylen Brown. 1.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And the trade of Jimmy Butler. Tim, the Heat's star power took a hit.
Well, one thing is for certain in this league, you need stars to win big. Draft picks, flexibility, those things are great. Even nice young players, but it's only going to take you so far.
And the passing instincts of James are just unreal. He has that great sense for when and where to send the ball.
Here's where. Nothing on the board. Outside Herro. And he banks in the layup.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Herro can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
Mitchell against Doncic. Smart with this screen on Mitchell. Now Doncic. Oh, Ayton in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well, that's a nice lob to Ayton, but really, give credit to the big guy. He elevated at exactly the right time to throw it down.
Now, Herro. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. To the inside. Where, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
James kicks to Smart. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. He'd have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Here's Adebayo. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
We see this in the NBA all the time. It is very difficult to keep a lead in this league.
Here's Reeves. Still yet to score. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
You know, I wouldn't call Reeves an elite three-point shooter, but Austin is more than capable.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Just moments ago, Eric Spoelstra and I were able to chat. We discussed the challenge of defending Luka Doncic specifically in the pick and roll. Coach wasn't afraid to voice his concerns. He said, quote, that's where Luka poses the most problems. The main thing is we have to be quick to react. If we're a step slow, when they're in that set, he'll burn us. Kevin?
Allie, thank you so much. And it's Smart with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls and, of course, went on to win it.
When a defense is under attack like that, it can get into their head and break their will. I think that's exactly what we saw.
Miami with the ball after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. Herro passes to Larson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And that one's on the defense right there. If you let Adebayo get this close, he will punch it on you.
Back to Mitchell. Pass to Herro for the 3. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Lakers trail by 5. And here is James. Still scoreless. Lays it up and banks it in.
And one of those players who will not be denied. LeBron's so strong inside.
Pass to Larson. Back to Herro. Stolen by Reeves. James kicks to Smart. Back to LeBron.
Miami foul. Larson.
Hachimura, he's checked in for the Lakers.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Outside, Smart. Lakers passing it around. Clock at 6. Doncic against Herro. Corner shot. A nice shot by Doncic. Doncic has got his third basket of the night right there. With the season winding down, GA, what's key for a long playoff run, do you think?
Kevin, one thing is health, right? When you look back at past NBA champions, lots of times it's the teams that were able to survive the year without any major injuries.
And the defense just has no answers for him right now. With each made basket, the more his confidence continues to grow.
And LeBron throws it down.
Man, LeBron James, the king, can still fly.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Simone Fontecchio. He's checked in for Miami. Jonas comes in for Herro. And then for the Lakers, Jackson Hayes. He's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Jake LaRavia comes in for LeBron. And it's Luke Kennard in for Marcus Smart. Miami's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's Jonas. Guarded by Doncic. Yes, that goes in. And the Heat lead by 4.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Pass to Kennard. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. And a quick look at some of the numbers for LeBron James. Now, here's Doncic. He's tightly guarded. Just 4 to shoot. Norman Powell with the rebound. The Heat leading by 4. Fontecchio sets a screen. There's the triple. The shot by Powell, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Doncic feeling it out. And a miss there on the triple.
It's been a rough quarter for him. I think patience can help. Take the shots that are there. Don't force it.
Powell with the bounce pass. Fontecchio sets a screen. Lays it up off the glass. And it's a 6-point Heat lead.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Pass to Hayes. Now, here's Doncic, looking to end his cold spell.
From ultra close range, Doncic.
And Miami shooting an impressive 60% early. 1:29 left in the first quarter. Now, here's Kennard. Not a lot of room. Just 5 to shoot. For 3. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up the three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Powell outside. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
40 seconds left to play in the first. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And there's the foul. It's on Jake LaRavia. That is his first foul of the game. Bam Adebayo's checked in for the Heat.
Number 13, Bam Adebayo.
Here's Jaquez. Scoreless thus far. Out to the wing. They set the pick. Over to the left wing. Jordan. And it's Miami with another.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, they have just found the better looks, and they are capitalizing.
Doncic left side. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Tyler Herro has been leading the charge for Miami. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Heat.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Well, that's true, and they've also been going right at the rim, which I love. Attack, attack, attack.
Jonas is out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Gardner in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Now here is Hachimura. Norman Powell unable to get his last shot to go. Reeves the pass to Hayes. 6 on the shot clock. Reeves can't hit.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
You know, the Heat play in a glamour market, but Tim, Adebayo's game is all about substance.
Well, he has been the heart and soul of this team for a long time. A former mid-first-round pick, and he has turned himself into an all-star.
And when it comes to team building, GA, there's been a debate about whether the 2-star or 3-star approach is more effective.
Kevin, for me, I think it comes down to fit more than anything. It doesn't matter how many stars you have if they don't mesh, and if they're not comfortable in the role that's carved out for them on that respective team.
The free throw drops for Powell. And so Powell nails both of them. Lakers trail by 7. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Reeves with it. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Kennard finds LaRavia. Shot clock at 5. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Reeves can't hit. The Heat leading by 7. To the left side wing. Adebayo against Hachimura. Adebayo passes to Powell. Fires for 3. No good. Shot missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Reeves with it. Now defended by Powell. Back to Hachimura. Hachimura setting the pick for Reeves. Kennard for 3. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. And it's Adebayo with the ball for Miami. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, that's the big challenge. Teams tend to feel more comfortable at home for sure, so you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. That just didn't happen in this one.
Now here's Hayes. Hasn't made one yet. Hayes with the screen for Kennard. And it's off from 3-point range. Miami leading by 7. Powell outside. Drills it from outside. Powell's got 5 points now this quarter.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they're making something very difficult look simple right now.
Here's Reeves. 14 points from him the last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And he was outstanding getting to the line and converting.
Miami's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Powell outside. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Powell's got the lead up to 10 now for the Heat.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Hachimura, the pass to LaRavia. On the wing, Reeves. There's a good screen. Pass to Hayes. It's stolen by Adebayo. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thank you, Kevin. The Miami Heat's head coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Kevin, back to you.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Lakers trail by 10. Here's LaRavia. Still without a basket. And the shot is good. Miami with the ball. Here's Jonas. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, you know, in addition to his scoring ability, Bam has shown you he's just an all-around threat. He'll rebound, defend, and make plays for other guys.
First free throw is good. Tim, one thing about the NBA, there is never a shortage of exciting young players to watch and cover. Who are you excited about in watching them grow and take it from this point forward?
Well, I love two big lead guards. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Cade Cunningham certainly come to mind. Both of those guys are established stars in this league, and yet there is still so much more they can add to their games. The sky is the limit.
And they seem to have the right attitude. Am I right in your assessment?
They are guys that everybody wants to play with. They're mature as leaders as well.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Well, with this break in the action, let's see which players have had the hot hand lately. Here are the top scorers in the past month. Number 1, Luka Doncic.
What a performance offensively. Something has really clicked with his game over this stretch.
Lakers trail by 10. Reeves outside. Hachimura kicks to Smart. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. On the wing, Doncic. Looking to get back on track here. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Herro. The Heat leading by 10. Powell outside. Back to Herro. Just 5 on the clock. Fires it up. He squares up and sinks it. Herro's got 10 points.
Well, he is always looking for his own shot. Herro rising up and knocking it down.
Outside, Smart. Back to Doncic. Shoots over Herro. Doncic, no good.
Well, unfortunately, his poor shooting is not helping their case here.
Powell for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road, take good shots, and knock it down with confidence.
And if you want to see how well coached a team is, just look at their efficiency on offense. That's a testament to great coaching.
Here's Doncic. Ooh, Doncic capping off the break.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
Herro on the wing, guarded by Doncic. And that one's good. Fontecchio's got the lead up to 13 now for the Heat.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Outside, Smart. Back to Doncic. Pass to Hachimura. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Heat on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. Herro passes to Powell. Now Fontecchio. Herro looking over the defense. And here's Adebayo outside. It's rebounded by Doncic. Lakers trail by 13. Smart passes to Reeves. Pass to Hachimura. Sinks the three-pointer. Hachimura's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And we know Hachimura has a confident personality. You see it there with the rise and fire approach. Nice.
Now here's Powell. 17 points for him last game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
Well, he also did a great job on the glass, and it made a big difference. Well, he's not having as much success shooting the ball early as he wanted, but so far, it's not hurting their team performance.
Hachimura with it. Akez defending. Reeves outside. Smart on the wing. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. The Heat leading by 10. Here's Herro. Nice D from Doncic. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly. Now here's Smart. He has yet to score. Back to Reeves. Pass to Doncic. Three-pointer. Rebound by the Heat.
He just can't get anything going in this quarter, and his team desperately in need of a spark.
Left side, Adebayo. Here's Herro. And it's off the back rim, no good. Lakers trail by 10. Last year marked the first All-Star appearance for Tyler Herro. Tim, he clearly is the pride in Milwaukee, one of the great high school players from that area.
Well, Kevin, he has finally put it all together and taken his game to the next level. Not just scoring, but also creating.
Now here's Powell. After Tyler Herro's miss. Here's the three. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Short corner three there for Herro. Such a smooth stroke from deep.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. James checked in for Hachimura. Let's check out the standings in the Western Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. Taking a look at the Lakers. Right now, they're locked into 3rd place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs.
And when I look at the Lakers, they're in a good spot as the season winds down. Probably starting to think playoff strategy at this point. Just have to keep themselves above that play-in line.
Now, here's Doncic. 10 points for him. James, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
They set the screen.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And here is Los Angeles now, down by 15. They're in the midst of this long 6-game road trip. That will be game 4. From outside the arc, and Smart the bucket on the assist by Doncic.
3.
Doncic has got assist number 5 here tonight. Johnson outside. Heat moving the ball around. Pass to Herro. Off target with his 3.
Great job on the closeout and taking away space against a good shooter.
Now LeBron. Outside for Smart. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And here is Herro. Here's Ware. Outside, Herro. Mitchell finds Herro. To the wing right side. Larson. From outside, off the mark. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. A 12-point game. Reeves outside. LeBron outside. LeBron carving out space inside.
A monster down low. LeBron James, the rare package of skill, size, and athleticism.
Knocks it loose. Inside. Here's Ayton. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Johnson. Now, Herro. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Over Smart. Shot's good by Herro. Herro's got 15 points.
Well, that's helping your team. By and large, he's taking shots he knows he can make.
Doncic outside. Outside for Smart. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 6 assists in the game. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Heat lead by 9. Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
I'm here with Coach Spoelstra. Coach, where's your team getting its confidence and energy from in that first half?
Yeah, we're getting a lot of it off our defensive stops, and then once we got into a rhythm, then we started to, just make some tough ones, which sometimes happens when you see the ball go in.
Defense set the tone, though. Thanks, Coach.
Terrific stuff, Allie. Thank you so much. And we'll be back for the third quarter right after this halftime break.
Welcome. All right, guys, let's break it down. It has not been the ideal start for the Los Angeles Lakers.
One thing that stands out to me, guys, is the disparity in free throws. They need a new recipe for getting to the line.
Yeah, fewer jumpers, more driving to the hoop, more touches down low.
Cooking up some Shaq stew.
Stay out my kitchen, Ernie.
And now, unfortunately, we have to talk about injuries. This team not at full strength.
The Heat without key firepower. They're without Andrew Wiggins for a time being. He's really found his groove over the last couple of years. Unfortunate circumstances.
A quality contributor for sure.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. We're seeing a tremendous game here from Tyler Herro.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
Taking a look at the Lakers. The guard pair will be Doncic and Reeves. Ayton is out there with James. And it's Smart in at the small forward. Now, here's Mitchell. No scoring in this one. And it's Ware in the corner. A three-pointer is right on target.
Oh, great job moving the rock by Herro. Not a ball stopper. Tyler is a team player.
Herro against Reeves. On the wing, Doncic. An easy two from Doncic.
Once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
Herro finds Adebayo. Back to Herro. Here's Larson. 6 to shoot. to the middle. Baseline try, and the Heat get another bucket right there.
And Tyler Herro is always ready to let it fly. Locked and loaded.
Reeves outside. In the corner, Smart with it. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. It's hauled in by the Heat. Ware's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Pass to Mitchell, always going up for the alley-oop here. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Now, here's Ayton. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Reeves against Herro. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. So, Tim, you ended your NBA career a little bit early because of knee problems, and at 34, you made the transition to broadcasting and have excelled so much. What has that journey been like?
Well, certainly, Kevin, I wish I could have played another handful of years, but you're right. The knee injury forced me into this line of work, and I'm blessed and grateful because I can stay connected to the game. I get to watch it every night with a front row seat, and hopefully I get to make people a little bit smarter about what they're watching.
Oh, you do, believe me, you definitely do. And so he hits both.
The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. Whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
Here's Larson. Nothing on the board. And Adebayo throws it down.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Here's Doncic. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Herro finds Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And this is too easy for Adebayo. Once he's close to the rim, he is going to damage it.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
And a quick look at the numbers for James. Averaging 21 points per game, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he's a nice scoring threat in their second unit, a guy who provides instant offense.
Well, I just love his mentality and his approach. He is always ready to go when called upon.
So it's the Lakers now. They trail by 16. Oh, Ayton in position. To the right side. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Adebayo down low. Covered by LeBron. Shot clock at 6. Reeves against Herro. Offline with his 3. Lakers trail by 16. Pass to Doncic. Now Smart. He's looking for LeBron and finds him. And here is Ayton. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
That's a cold start out of the break. Only one of his first 4 has he gotten to go.
Now, here's Doncic. 12 points for him. The drive by LeBron. And the dunk by LeBron.
Watch out. LeBron's on the move, and he's not going to be denied.
And as the days and months go by, Greg, it still may take us some time to get over the shock of last season's trade of Luka Doncic.
And we know the question marks as far as conditioning and defense that led to it. But hard to bet against the talent of his caliber.
Here's LeBron, following the score by Miami. From deep, Reeves. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, guys. LeBron wants his respect. He said the work that goes into still playing at this level has to be respected. They say, would you rather be loved or respected? For me, it's always about respect. People can lie and say they love you, but you can always gauge when someone is not respecting you. Back to you guys.
He truly has earned it. Allie, we thank you very much. And here is Los Angeles now, following the score by Miami. Pass to LeBron, a 3-ball, and Ware pulls it down. The Heat leading by 18. Right side, Adebayo. Now Mitchell. Ware passes to Adebayo. On the wing, Mitchell. Guarded by Doncic. Mitchell kicks to Herro. Outside, James. 3-ball, LeBron James.
Gets one to go. It's been a great personal night for him, but those mean a lot less if you're losing.
Now, here's Mitchell. Hasn't made one yet. Here's Larson, guarded by Smart. Reeves the pass to James. And the dunk by LeBron.
And once James catches fire, just keep feeding the beast. It is that simple.
Now Mitchell. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. LeBron with it. Now defended by Adebayo. James the pass to Reeves. Back to James. Doncic outside. Reeves against Herro. Reeves can't hit.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Pass to Mitchell. Down low. To the paint. Stolen by Smart. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. Here's Doncic. Makes it off the glass. 14 points for Luka Doncic.
And Smart keeps the offense connected. Just does a great job of making sure they have a nice flow.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That'll be his second foul of the game. Foul, he's jacked in for Davion Mitchell. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Hachimura is checked in. Here's Herro. 17 points in the game. Powell kicks to Herro. Miami no good on that time either. Lakers trail by 11. Ayton a screen on Powell. Smart. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Smart's got 9 points.
And what a great play from Smart. The D took the roller, and Smart took it upon himself.
Doncic with the steal. Outside, Smart. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Tyler Herro picks one up.
And so confident. Even amongst the trees, Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Heat.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
And I've also been very impressed with their ball movement. It has led to better shots. The offense overall has had a great rhythm.
And the first one at the line is good.
I eye-popping talent from Doncic. We don't see many players with his size and skill set.
So both teams making some changes here. He's perfect from the line this time. The Heat leading by 6. And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Yeah, they needed to call one there. They're forcing the issue, and it's leading to ugly turnovers.
Time to turn up the heat with your very own Miami Heat Monster.
As we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the East is stacking up. You look at Miami. They're trying to get in the playoffs here. If they stay the course, they will.
And I think for Miami, they've fulfilled a lot of the promise they showed coming into the season. But they just haven't taken that next leap forward so many thought they might.
Well, I think that extra gear is coming, especially as we get further down the stretch, when you're trying to build momentum for a playoff run.
Now, here's Adebayo. He's got 13. Here's Herro. Banked in off the glass. Herro's got 4 this quarter.
Well, he typically gets about 20 a night, so this is a big-time performance by Tyler Herro.
Here's LeBron. Herro against Doncic. The 3. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Doncic against Herro. Again, the Heat good for 2.
Yeah, Tyler Herro always under control in the mid-range area of the floor.
Here's Doncic. Kennard trying to break loose. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Doncic. And here's Herro. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Pass to Adebayo. Now Herro. To the middle. Wants to get it to Adebayo and does.
Well, that's why you get Adebayo involved in screen and rolls. He really knows how to execute that.
The Lakers on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. James looking it over. Hachimura with a screen on Adebayo. And the dunk by Hachimura.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now here's Powell. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Jaquez. Count it. Jaquez has got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, that's nice right there. Big man points in the paint for Jaquez.
Doncic finds LaRavia. No one near James as he lets it go. And another basket for the Lakers.
Well, he is doing everything he can offensively in this quarter, but unfortunately, it's a team game, and he can't win this alone.
Now, Herro, 21 points in the game. A minute 42 left to play in the third. Pass to Adebayo. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got his 5th rebound in this one. It's stolen by Adebayo. In transition, here comes Miami. Jaquez with the bucket. Jaquez has got his 2nd basket of the game.
That's a really nice motor right there by Jaquez Jr. Pushing that thing up the floor to get a transition bucket.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
All right, Heat fans, get down and show some love for your Heat squad. Let's do this with your Heat squad.
And the Heat with some changes. Simone Fontecchio. He's checked in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Jonas in for Herro. The Lakers also making some changes. Hayes, he's checked in for James. And it's Austin Reeves in for Doncic. Powell against Kennard. Pass to Reeves. Six to shoot. Back to Kennard. Fires from way outside. Miami grabs the miss.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that's not a horrible shot for him to take, but you could still probably find a higher percentage shot.
Here's Jonas. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Buries it from three-point range.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Now, here's Kennard. It's a 13-point game. Pass to Reeves. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, they've gotten careless, Kevin, no doubt about it, with their turnovers in the second half. Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Here's Jonas. Fontecchio sets a screen. Shoots the three. Not going to go that time. And so it's the Miami Heat looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Adebayo is up there with Hani Hake. Then there's Jonas. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Gardner in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. The Heat leading by 11. Here's Jonas. And here is Powell. Adebayo with a screen for Powell. Adebayo with the bucket. And the Heat lead by 13.
They are just killing them on the interior.
To the inside. He's with it. Kennard on the wing. Guarded by Powell. Here's LaRavia. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First team foul. At the line for the Lakers, LaRavia. 2.
The free throw drops for LaRavia. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Heat moving the ball around. Hawkes outside. Pass to Adebayo. Over Hayes. It's rebounded by Hayes.
Yeah, no reason to fade away there.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Hayes with the screen for Reeves. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
Second team foul. Shooting for Los Angeles, Jackson Hayes. 2.
The first one falls. The Heat making a switch here. Smith has checked in. No good on the second free throw. The Heat leading by 11. Adebayo passes to Powell. Adebayo with the screen on Kennard. It's tipped. He's all alone. And the lead is down inside single digits. The Heat shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. Smith kicks to Adebayo. Adebayo with the screen for Hakeem. Outside, Adebayo. Just 5 to shoot. Powell the pass to Adebayo. That one's not going to go. Lakers trail by 9. Reeves in the corner. Connects from 3-point range. Reeves has got 5 points in the quarter.
And that's his second three-pointer tonight.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Miami. They led by as many as 18 points. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Powell the pass to Adebayo. Taken away by Hayes. Out to the right wing. Pass to Reeves. Pulls it up. And the Lakers check on 2 more.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
And at the right time, they could have let this game get away from them, but they never stopped believing.
Here's Adebayo. After the basket by the Lakers. They need this one. Misses the baby hook.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
LaRavia with it. He's guarded by Adebayo. Back to Reeves. No good from outside.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Powell, that's good.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Lakers trail by 6. Up top, Reeves, covered by Smith. There's the pick. LaRavia passes to Reeves. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally, the run they needed to get back into this one.
And they've made some big plays to get back in it. This game is a toss-up now.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Simone Fontecchio, he's checked in for the Heat. Herro comes in for Smith, and then for the Lakers. Ayton, he's checked in for Hayes. LeBron comes in for Rui Hachimura. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Austin Reeves. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Eric Spoelstra's huddle. He told his guys to stay after it, to not get complacent and lazy with this lead. He wants them to keep adding to it. We'll see if they're able to do it, guys.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. Now, Herro, pass to Hakeem. Now, Fontecchio. Off target from three-point range. Doncic with it. Picked up by Herro. Doncic finds Kennard. LeBron right side. Back to Kennard. No good on the triple.
And all the credit goes to the defender. Very hard to contest threes without fouling.
Herro against Doncic. Outside, Herro. Inside. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, over the course of his career, Tyler Herro has had the ball in his hands more and more, and now you see why. He has really improved his decision-making.
Now, here's Kennard. LeBron passes to Doncic. Here's LaRavia. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's James. No points on that miss. Puts him at 7 for 13 from the floor. Now here's Powell. Fontecchio sets a screen. Jaquez outside. Back to Fontecchio. Powell for three. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to LeBron. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
And it's so hard to take away the three from Doncic. He needs very little space, and if you press up on him, he'll go right around you.
Now, Herro. Jaquez with the screen on Doncic. Here's Herro. Again, the Heat good for 2.
And when you watch Herro play, it's no surprise he's a gym rat. He can score from any spot on the floor.
Pass to LeBron. Smooth finish inside by LeBron.
Vintage LeBron there, owning the lane. I mean, who's going to stop that?
Doncic against Herro. Adebayo with the screen on Doncic. Down low. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, this has been a huge scoring night for Adebayo, and when you consider the elite defense he brings every night, points are a bonus.
Now, here's Kennard. Doncic left side. And they double up Doncic. Lets it go with the 3. Rebound by the Heat. Fontecchio's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Here's Powell. Pass to Fontecchio. Outside, Herro. And he's good on the 3-ball. And it's an 8-point Miami lead.
Well, Herro is a great outside shooter, and that opens up everything for his team.
Now, LaRavia. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got 4 assists now tonight.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Now, here's Adebayo. Pass to Herro. Back to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And how about Adebayo kicking it into high gear offensively?
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team.
You know what time it is, Heat fans. Make some noise for your Heat Winter Dance Crew.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Marcus Smart's checked in for Jake LaRavia. And it's Austin Reeves in for Luke Kennard. Doncic against Mitchell. Now, here's Doncic. Tight defense on him. Strong move off the glass.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Now, here's Mitchell. Adebayo with a screen on Doncic. Mitchell with it. Now guarded by Smart. Clock at 6. Mitchell fires. The three doesn't go.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Mitchell against Doncic. James outside. Here's Doncic. And it misses. The Heat leading by 5. Adebayo outside. Adebayo with a screen for Herro. Oh, what a play inside.
And the playmaking ability of Herro, special. Outstanding pass there off that pick and roll.
Lakers trail by 7. Doncic outside. Smart outside. A three-pointer. Good.
A huge shot from Smart. You can tell they really needed that one.
Herro against Reeves. Mitchell outside. Adebayo deciding where to go with it. 4 on the shot clock. Doncic there for the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the 4th quarter. It's James. Now Doncic. Now Reeves. Crane from outside.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
What a big-time shot. Those are the moments you dream about as a kid.
Now Herro. We've got 28 seconds left in the 4th. The shot misses. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Doncic outside. To take the lead. Ayton outside. He'll put it up there. And trying for the go-ahead basket. Doesn't go in. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. And that's an intentional foul.
Luka Doncic, first personal foul, second team foul. Now at the line, Davion Mitchell.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Reeves outside. And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
Tyler, we know you are never shy. What gives you that confidence to let it fly when the pressure is on?
I like taking the big shot. My teammates, my coaches, they all trust me, put me in the right spots, and sometimes I make a couple big shots here and there.
Well, you give them a reason to trust as well. Congratulations.
Oh, terrific job, Allie. Thank you so much. That was enjoyable. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. And now, our player of the game, Bam Adebayo.
Standing 6'5", number 9, Herro. Standing 6'5", number 14, Tyler. Number 13, the head coach of the Miami Heat is Eric Spoelstra. Your Miami
Heat! And the Lakers starting five. Luka and Reeves are the 1 and the 2. Marcus Smart out there with James. And it's Ayton in at center, locking down the middle. And for Miami, Adebayo and Ware together inside. Tyler Herro is out there with Davion Mitchell. And it's Larson in at the 3. Believe it or not, the season is drawing to a close. Have most teams met your expectations this year, Richard?
Many have exceeded my expectations, BA. Seems like play and players get better every year. Stars and good teams keep finding ways to improve. It's impressive.
Now here's Doncic. In the game against Houston, very impressive. Smart finds James. Nice follow through on the fadeaway.
Just zero hesitation from James, trusting his shot.
Pass to Ware. Now here's Herro. Miami moving it around to the inside. And it's Ware missing. And so it's Smart who brings up the ball for the Lakers. From the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Look, Smart can be a difference maker from deep. Doesn't always shoot the best shots, but he's got the confidence to knock them down.
Now here's Mitchell. Pass to Herro. Fires the 3. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's James. Last game with 30. Ayton, and he lays it up and in.
Yeah, this is where Ayton's comfortable operating, using his height and array of inside moves to his advantage.
Pass to Ware. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now, here is James. An effective score for them, scoring around 21.5 points a game. 4 on the clock. From behind the arc. And Herro grabs the board. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. It's going to be on LeBron James. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Larson. He came away with 14 points in his last game. Mitchell, a screen on Smart. Outside Mitchell. Clock at 6. Up and over Doncic.
Encouraging to see Doncic hustle like this on defense, wanting to make an impact and doing just this.
Grant, LeBron has had so much recognition over the years, but truly, he might not get enough credit for what he's meant to the NBA.
Yeah, you might be right, B.A. Truly a global ambassador for the game of basketball. He set the standard for what a superstar can be, really, in any sport.
Has to Ware. Here's Larson, taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. Now Herro. Over Ayton. Herro, no good.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
And James gets it to go. James has got his second basket of the game.
Look, the moment he gets it anywhere near the hoop, look, it is over. Just too much strength, too much touch, either hand.
Now here's Adebayo. Still no points. Inside. Here's Herro. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Yeah, and the defense was there. But Herro is just so good at nailing contested shots.
Herro against Reeves. Doncic on the wing. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the night.
1.
That's good from Doncic. And one guy you can neither speed up nor slow down, that's Luka Doncic, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., he completely dictates the pace. From the opening tip till the final buzzer, he can control the game.
Now here's Herro. 5 points in the game. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Now to put Tyler Herro on the line. Austin Reeves picks one up. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
In their previous game, he simply couldn't miss from the line.
15 foul. Now at the line, Tyler Herro. If a player is fouled on a made basket as he goes to the free throw line.
And that one misses. Richard, it's hard to believe, but this is already LeBron's 8th season with the Lakers.
Yeah, surpassing his first 7 seasons with the Cavs. And look, this is his longest consecutive streak with one team. And he's got a championship to show for it. Look, we know Marcus Smart wants to get in close and get that high percentage finish.
Out left to the wing. Here's Adebayo. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Smart outside. Oh, swiped away. Here's Larson, defended by Smart. Stolen by Ayton. Smart outside. Pass to Doncic. Now, here is James. Stolen by Herro. Adebayo, a screen on Doncic. Here's Herro. An easy 2 on the layup. Herro's got 9. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. This game following their win against the Rockets.
You have to respect their ability to stay consistent away from home, keeping their cool and making quality shots.
They took the air out of the crowd again and again with big shots. They never let the fans become a factor.
The Heat have gone 6 of 9 and finding their rhythm now. Pass to Herro. Shot clock at 6. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Just moments ago, Eric Spoelstra and I were able to chat. Before long, we were talking about LeBron James, and he said, he's a focus for us tonight, absolutely. Coach shared, saying in clutch situations, we're ready to double James and be assertive. But I'm sure he knows that. LeBron, as always, on the minds of the opposition. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. As we near the postseason, let's see where the West is shaken out. Taking a look at the Lakers, now in second. They look to be in terrific shape moving forward.
I think for Los Angeles, they're so focused on holding their ground now in the last month of the season. And of course, missing the play-in tourney means extra time to rest. They know how crucial that is for the playoffs.
Doncic on the wing. Check by Mitchell. Smart outside. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Smart has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And it's big when Smart is hitting from deep. Really helps open up this offense.
Pass to Larson. Adebayo against James. Adebayo in the post. Some solid defense from James.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly. Back
to Reeves. And here's Mitchell. No points so far. Herro outside. Back to Mitchell. And he's going for the lob. Stolen by Ayton. Doncic with it. Herro picks him up. Mitchell against Reeves. Here's James. That one no good. Good D by Adebayo. Knocked loose. Mitchell, the pass to Herro. Just 5 on the clock. Goes up from the top of the key, and that one's no good. He's 5 of 7 in this one. The Lakers in the lead. To the middle. James can't get it to go.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Herro against Doncic. Pass to Larson. On the wing, Mitchell. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Double team on James. Kicks it out to Smart. Top of the key. Again, the miss by James.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
Herro finds Mitchell. To the wing, right side. James against Adebayo. Some solid defense from James. The Lakers have gotten 7 of 13 shots to drop. And here's Reeves outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from James.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy.
Get ready to get hyped, fans. It's your East Breaker Dance Crew.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Hayes is checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Hachimura comes in for James. LaRavia is checked in for Smart. And it's Kennard in for Reeves. Heat trail by 5. Pass to Yakachonis. To stop the drought. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot. Doncic with it. And currently his numbers are incredible. Averaging almost 33 a game. Now here's Hachimura. Jaquez covers. Doncic feeling it out a bit. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. And that one's good. LaRavia.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Yakachonis. Averaging around 6 a game. Here's Jaquez. Hits the trifecta.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's Kennard. No points yet. Doncic left side. And Doncic with the jam.
And how about the handles Luka has? Phenomenal at creating scoring opportunities for himself.
Here's Yakachonis, guarded by Doncic. Here's Jovic, and it's Miami with another.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
Now here's Doncic. 5 points in the game. Hachimura finds Hayes. Hachimura outside. Back to Kennard. And here's Doncic outside. Rebounded by Jovic. Heat trail by 3. Powell outside. Oh, it's stolen by Hachimura. Now the Lakers moving it up. Here's LaRavia. Rebound by the Heat. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Hornets.
They had a tough time beyond the arc. A lot of their possessions ended in missed threes.
They were bricking, they were missing, they were airballing, they were doing everything. Brutal night shooting for them when they couldn't even hit the broadside of the bar. They couldn't hit the ocean if they fell out of a boat.
And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. LaRavia with a screen. Doncic, good. Doncic has got 7 points in the game.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Here's Powell. Excellent D there from LaRavia. Hachimura outside. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. Marcus Smart has been leading the charge for Los Angeles. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
You know, they've also been very effective at running the floor. Just a ton of points in the fast break. Been a big part of their success.
We've got Jaime Jaquez. Tyler Herro is out there with Powell. Then there's Simone Fontecchio. So that's who Miami starts the second with. And even as the Heat look to go younger, this is not a team with an appetite for lengthy rebuilds, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. But one advantage they possess, when star players around the league ponder a change of scenery, Miami certainly has some great views. And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
He's covered by LaRavia. Pass to Powell. Herro on the wing. Just 4 to shoot. Going inside, and he goes in for the dunk.
Yeah, and this is why Herro was a lottery pick back in 2019, because of how incredible of a scorer he can be.
Kennard outside from deep. Counted from distance. Kennard's got his first 3 points of the game.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Jaquez, the pass to Herro. Miami moving it around. Powell against Kennard. Powell in the post. Yep, that one goes. Powell's got his second bucket on the night. The Lakers lead by 3. Reeves, the pass to Hachimura. And here's Kennard. Back to Hachimura. Lets the 3 fly. And it's LaRavia missing.
Even though it didn't go down, they'll take that shot every time.
Pass to Fontecchio. Here's Powell. Herro outside. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Yeah, maybe he's not a high flyer, but Herro still loves to finish with power.
To the paint. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's on Norman Powell.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
These are his first free throws of the game. And he can't get the first one. Well, Grant, offense is trying to stretch the D to the breaking point. But it goes beyond just three-point shooting.
Yeah, there's how you position on the perimeter. But, you know, then you also want that vertical spacing, too, where you have a lob threat at the rim.
Vanderbilt's checked in for Hayes. He hits the second from the line. As you know, acquiring a big man was a priority for the Lakers in the offseason, Greg.
And that became a glaring need as we saw in their first-round exit against Minnesota. But enter DeAndre Ayton, a definite upgrade, BA. And we know Luka is at his best alongside a rim-running center.
Those mid-range looks will be there for him. Nice work to capitalize.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Lakers coach J.J. Redick has brought an attention to detail to this team. Austin Reeves said, quote, set the foundation of doing stuff the right way, and if we do that, we can be a really good team. Redick said it's important to always emphasize the things that you want. That hopefully becomes part of your identity. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Adebayo's checked in for Miami. And here now are the teams that have made a difference with their defense in the past 10 games. The Lakers, second. Fifth on the list, Miami.
These two teams have been playing some aggressive defense. They love forcing a mistake and then running away with the ball for some quick points.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Herro on the wing. He's covered by Reeves. Good on the shot. Herro's got 17 points.
Yeah, busting his way inside. Herro making sure he kept moving toward the hoop.
LaRavia outside. And that one good. LaRavia's got 4 points now in the quarter. And here's Powell. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Trailing by 2. Pass to Herro. Down low. Here's Adebayo. Adebayo just cooking inside.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
Herro against Reeves. To the paint. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Jaquez. There's the double team with Vanderbilt. Jaquez finds Herro. Now here's Powell. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from the wing. And there's Herro on the assist from Powell. Herro's got 19 points.
And those jumpers inside the line, I mean, they're layups for a guy like Herro.
Kennard passes to Reeves. They set the screen. Outside Vanderbilt. Reeves against Herro from about 19. Excellent D there from Herro. The Heat with the lead. Here's Adebayo. And again, it's Miami converting.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
And now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Lakers will go for a different look here. Ayton, he's checked in for Vanderbilt. LeBron comes in for LaRavia. Marcus Smart's checked in for Kennard. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Reeves. And so it's the Lakers with it. 4-point game. Last time they met in Los Angeles.
They beat this team last time largely because of the massive free throw disparity.
Yeah, they played a very smart and physical game, creating a lot of calls that often went their way.
Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
It's stolen by James. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. And it's James with the jam.
Roll back that clock. LeBron, the king, still reigns.
Well, one of the many things that's impressive about Luka Doncic, he double clutches so well.
Right, and even absorbs contact in the air, and somehow, some way, still has a very high field goal percentage. Luka, his game defies logic. Maybe Luka's logic.
5 on the clock. Out to Hachimura. Doncic outside. Out to James. 4-3. Rebound Miami. Now Mitchell. Yet to see a basket. Herro on the wing. Adebayo sets a screen. Herro, the pass to Adebayo. Ooh, excellent D there from Ayton. The Lakers trail. Smart looking around. Launches a three. The triple. LeBron James.
He's looking much more confident here in the second quarter as far as his scoring goes.
Smart against Herro. Inside. Stolen by Ayton. Now here's Smart. Give him 8 points now. Ooh, it's stolen. Here's Larson. Hachimura covering. To the inside. Ware takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. And the Heat lead by 1. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Mitchell against Doncic. Ayton, a screen on Mitchell. Doncic outside. Doncic is double. Pass to James. 3 on the clock. And Smart nails the triple.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Outside Adebayo. Now Herro. Defended by Smart. Outside Mitchell. Adebayo sets a screen. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Herro for 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. On the wing, Hachimura. No made baskets yet. Ayton draws the double. Doncic outside. Beyond the arc. The Luka 3. Money.
I just love the ball movement.
Heat trail by 5. Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo. Adebayo, a screen on Hachimura. And Adebayo slams it in.
What a confident dunk by Adebayo. He knows there's little the defense can do once he's elevated.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. And that'll be game 4 of this 6-game stretch on the road. Now, here is James. He's got 9. It's good. James has got 7 now in this quarter.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Yeah, coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
I'm sure all of the above is in order, and you can never be too content.
Here come the Heat dancers, everybody. Let's get loud!
Norman Powell, he's checked in for Tyler Herro. Reeves is checked in for Los Angeles. And here's Mitchell. He's scoreless. To the middle. Oh, Adebayo flexing inside.
And after struggling out the gate, he's looked more confident. And it's why his teammates have continued to feed him.
James deciding where to go with it. Nice work inside from James.
Now look, a coach is going to trust LeBron James to just put up monster numbers because that's who he is. But it is nice to see him get into a nice groove like this.
Doncic against Mitchell. Shot clock at 5. Miami needs to get off a shot here. Here's Larson. No good with the triple.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Smart finds Reeves. Kicks it to Doncic. There's a screen. Back to Reeves. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
You gotta finish strong whenever you can. Reeves does not waste that opportunity.
Pass to Powell. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Mitchell's got his 3rd assist of the night.
And they had early success from the perimeter, but I don't understand how they've gotten away from that here in the second.
Now here's Reeves. 14 points for him last game against Houston.
And he made a living at the line as well. Got there over and over and did some damage.
And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Doncic on the wing, checked by Mitchell. Here's James. And it comes off the front of the rim. Heat trail by 5. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Mitchell with the ball. Still without a bucket. Powell outside. Adebayo in the post. Is covered by Aiden. Adebayo, that's good.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And James puts up a deep 3. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Lakers. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm here with Coach J.J. Redick. What do your guys need to do to pull off this win?
Just continue to emphasize being organized, both offensively and defensively. We've been in the half-court or in transition, and we've been organized. We've done a really nice job. And overall, our guys fought.
I know you'll keep them organized. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Hey folks, we'll get things going here with a look at the injuries this team is battling. Veering off topic a bit, I wanted to ask you guys, who would you say is the best trash talker of all time?
Man, there's been a lot of them, but I'll go with either Bird or Jordan, because trash talk is only good if you can back it up.
I really can't say because nobody talked trash to me. They were too afraid of the consequences.
Okay, now that's a lie, because I talk trash to you all the time, and I haven't seen any consequences.
Just wait till the next break, buddy boy. Been saving up.
And taking a look back now at the first half of play, the Lakers find themselves in a tight one.
Watching them on the offensive end, they did a great job moving that basketball. There's no surprise in those assist totals how they reflect that.
Keeping everyone involved, keeping everyone engaged.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. How about Tyler Herro displaying all of his skills today?
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with the game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Heat trail by 3. And so in the game for Los Angeles, Luka and Reeves are the 1 and the 2. DeAndre Ayton is out there with LeBron James. And it's Smart in at the small forward. Now here's Adebayo. Stolen by Ayton. Smart outside. And there's James on the assist from Smart. And that's 15 points for LeBron James.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Mitchell against Doncic. Herro for 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Doncic has got 4 rebounds now. It's James on the wing. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. Let's take a look at the numbers for Bam Adebayo. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Doncic against Mitchell. Pass to Herro. 6 to shoot. 3-pointer. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got rebound number 7 tonight. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Ayton, a screen on Mitchell. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
And that's 2 awful trips in a row resulting in turnovers.
Heat trail by 5. Outside Adebayo. Back to Mitchell. And there's a 3-second violation. And it's the 2K leaderboard. The league's most potent offenses since the break. Miami, number 1.
Since the All-Star break, this squad has been on fire on offense, looking like a well-oiled machine and taking and making high-percentage shots.
The Lakers lead by 5. Doncic outside. Nice move. Luka on the attack.
The size and strength of Doncic can go overlooked. I mean, he's more than capable of scoring there in the paint.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey team, Luka Doncic has studied LeBron James' game for a long time, and now they're teammates. Luka said, "It's a dream come true. I always look up to him. I think we both make our teams better. Our IQ is very high. Just having 2 guys like that on the court helps the whole team out. Guys?"
Quite a tandem. Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. James passes to Doncic. Pass to Ayton. Now Reeves. James inside. Checked by Mitchell. And here's Doncic outside. Here's Smart. Adebayo grabs the board.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Herro with the bucket.
Yeah, absolutely no hesitation from Herro. He shoots at will from range.
And no question, Bam Adebayo, one of the best all-around big men in the league.
And even as his efficiency has waned just a bit in recent years, he remains steady on a nightly basis. A two-way player who gives you a little of everything.
Now here's Ware. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. Outside Adebayo. Pass to Ware. Good, and the assist goes to Adebayo. Now just a 2-point Los Angeles lead. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. To the inside. Ooh, nice. Smart. Slipping inside.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
Outside Mitchell. Adebayo passes to Herro. Adebayo sets a screen. The three. Herro, no good.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
To the paint. Pass to Doncic.
Heat foul. Davion Mitchell. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Heat on D. Trailing by 4. James, a screen on Herro. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Reeves. Rebound by the Heat. Here's Mitchell. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Ware. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Now here's Doncic. He's got 12. And stolen by Adebayo. Over James. Tips it up. It's good on the putback. And it's a tie ball game.
He's so strong when he goes to work on the glass. One opening is all he'll need to finish the play, even if it's just a tip-in.
Now here's Reeves. He's got 5. Doncic on the wing. Checked by Mitchell. Just 5 to shoot. Doncic against Mitchell. Luka with the bully ball inside.
And that's a backbreaker for the defense. Doncic nailing the shot right before the buzzer.
Outside Adebayo. Back to Mitchell. It's stolen by Smart. Pass to Doncic. Luka against resistance. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Los Angeles?
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off of transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
Pass to Herro. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Down low. James with a steal. Doncic against Mitchell. James outside. Here's Doncic. The shot's good on the assist by James. And it's a 6-point Laker lead.
He's just got it on automatic right now, shooting 100%, and that'll keep your confidence high.
Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo. Over James. Again, the Heat misses. The Lakers lead by 6. Pass to Smart. Back to James. And count it. 8 of 14 now. He's rolling.
They're really working the paint now.
Miami has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from rain. And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. You know, one guy who's been getting it done is Luka Doncic.
Well, he's been destroying them inside, and they need a timeout to figure out an answer or a prayer if there is one.
Show some love for your Heat Hype Squad. Representing Brookside for your Heat Hype Squad. Make some noise.
And the Lakers with some changes. Hachimura's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. LaRavia comes in for Smart. And it's Kennard in for Reeves. Now Herro. He's got 22. Pass to Powell. Back to Herro. 6 to shoot. Shot to stop the run. Knocks down the triple. Herro's got 6 points in the quarter.
He knocked one deep ball in the first half, but you start to get the feeling he's finding his rhythm out there now.
Kennard passes to Arabia. Kicks it to Doncic. Pass to James. Baseline jumper. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Doncic has got 6 assists here tonight.
Impressive. Their ball movement has been excellent tonight.
Now here's Powell. 9 points in the game. Herro on the wing. Takes the 3. And again, it's Miami from deep.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Powell against Kennard. Pass to Doncic. That one's true. And that's 9 for 12 for him now.
And their offense tonight is Luka, Luka, and more Luka. When he's on, it's an opponent's worst nightmare.
Now here's Herro. And he's got 28 now.
Stay there. Green coming.
And a miss there on the triple. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 6-point lead. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Kennard for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Kennard's got 7 points in the game.
The selfless attitude of James. When someone on his team has a clean look, he feeds him.
Herro against Doncic. Herro with the bucket. Herro's got 30.
For his sake, I hope they can come back. You hate to see the performance he's having be wasted in a loss.
And so now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Grant, since he's come into the league, what's jumped out to you about Herro's development?
Well, I've liked seeing his growth in running the pick and roll. He's not just a jump shooter anymore. He's a guy that can anchor an offensive unit, B.A.
Fontecchio's checked in for Miami. Yakachonas comes in for Herro. Hayes is checked in for Los Angeles. Reeves comes in for Doncic. A minute 37 left in the third quarter. Hachimura, the pass to Reeves. Launches it. Jaquez grabs the board. Heat trail by 7. Pass to Yakachonas. Powell surveying the D. There's a minute 12 left in the third. Here's Yakachonas. Shot clock at 5. Fires the 3. Reeves with some nice D. Los Angeles leading by 7. With the 10-footer, the shot no good. Miami has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Inside, it's picked off. Hachimura left side. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Lakers lead by 9.
Looking confident inside. At 6'8", Hachimura is more than capable of inflicting some damage down there.
Powell against Kennard. Here's Yakachonas. No points yet. To the middle. A nice shot by Fontecchio.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
From from deep. Reeves. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Los Angeles closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Getting lots of great looks. Shooting it well. That's why they're up. We'll be back in a moment. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Simone Fontecchio out there with Jaime Jaquez. Then there's Powell. Then there's Tyler Herro. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Now here's Reeves. Out to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Hayes, the pass to Laravia. Pulls up. The shot by Reeves, no good.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Herro, the pass to Fontecchio. And there's the slam! Dunk to finish it off.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Here's Kennard after the basket by Miami. Pass to Laravia. To the inside. It's stolen by Jaquez. Here's Herro. He's covered by Laravia. Herro outside. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Powell. And it's Miami with another.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
And the Lakers with possession here after the basket by Miami. Here's Laravia. And that one drops for him.
Give a good player a good look, and you know what the outcome will be.
Here's Herro. Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Pass to Powell. Miami moving it around. Jaquez against Hayes. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Now here's Laravia. Now Kennard. Now Hayes. Outside Reeves. This one for 3. That shot is off.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit 1 from range in the first half, but nothing since.
Pass to Jaquez. Now Powell. And here's Herro. He's covered by Reeves. Herro, the pass to Powell. Stolen by Kennard. Hachimura outside. Laravia outside. On the wing, Reeves. Back to Laravia. Pass to Hachimura. Here's Reeves. Powell pulls it in.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
Herro against Reeves. For 3, Powell. No good. Los Angeles leading by 3. Up top, Laravia. Here's Reeves. And he gets the bucket.
Nice concentration from Reeves. Never loses focus despite the contact.
And it's Powell with the ball for the Heat. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
Up until that play, his ball handling had been impeccable. He's given it up just one time.
Miami making a switch here. Adebayo's checked in. And the Lakers also making a change. Doncic checked in. And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Fontecchio's checked in for Miami. And then for Los Angeles, Vanderbilt comes in for Hayes. And James is subbed in for Kennard. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what J.J. Redick was saying to the team. Coach had a direct message for the team saying no matter the lead, no NBA game is ever over. Do not let your guard down. We'll see if they hold on.
And Allie, thanks. Now, here is James. And James throws it down.
One of the most ferocious dunkers we've ever seen. James still enjoys putting on a show.
And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. Here's Herro. Pass to Fontecchio. 5 on the clock. Now here's Herro, guarded by Doncic. Herro, no good. The Lakers lead by 7. Hachimura, right side. That one goes. Count it.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
The Heat have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Herro against Doncic. Powell, a screen on Doncic. Here's Herro. Banked it in off the glass. Herro's got 32 points in the game.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
That one goes in. 22 points for Luka Doncic.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
Now here's Herro to the paint. Adebayo with the slam.
The explosiveness off the screen. I mean, Bam's so good at knowing where to roll to after setting picks.
Doncic outside. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Heat trail by 7. Herro looking around. Pass to Powell. That shot missing. Hachimura with the defensive effort. The Lakers lead by 7. LaRavia outside. Tries a 10-footer. No good. A bit long that time. The Heat have gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth. Herro, the pass to Powell. Herro, screen on Doncic. Powell's shot is off. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. He was all alone on that one. 25 points in the game.
I like when Doncic goes right up with it, giving the defense no time to react.
Powell outside. Adebayo sets a screen. And finished off by Adebayo.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
And here's LaRavia. James outside. There's the strength of the king.
Honestly, I feel so fortunate to be able to sit here and watch this because there are not many vintage performances by LeBron James left to go in his career.
Powell with it. LaRavia covering. Back to Herro. Puts up a three. And it's LaRavia with a rebound. The Lakers lead by 10. Outside Vanderbilt. Here's Doncic. Adebayo against Hachimura. Vanderbilt, a screen on Jaquez. Ooh, it's stolen away. Pass to Powell. Herro for three. Drills it from deep. Herro's got 16 points here in the second half.
When this guy starts hitting threes, watch out. He's just pouring it on this half.
James inside. Jaquez covers. Knocked away. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. And the Heat with some changes. Ware's checked in for Jaquez. Larson comes in for Fontecchio. And Mitchell subbed in for Powell. And then for Los Angeles, DeAndre Ayton, he's checked in for Vanderbilt. Marcus Smart comes in for Hachimura. And Reeves is subbed in for LaRavia. Now, here is James. Ayton, a screen on Adebayo. James drives the lane. And, yep, it's good. James has got 25 points in the game.
You want to talk about grown man strength? You want to talk about big boy basketball? LeBron James just accepting the punishment and getting it done.
Herro with it. He's covered by Reeves. Beyond the arc. Oh, Smart with a rebound.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Jacks up a three. Cash from downtown.
I'll tell you, Smart is money when the shot is in rhythm.
Heat trail by 12. Herro outside. Adebayo outside. Here's Larson, defended by Smart. Adebayo outside. Clock at 6. Doncic there for the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 12. Now James. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Heat.
Unforced turnovers. They'll drive your coach insane.
Herro with it. 1:46 left in the fourth. Adebayo outside. Now Herro shoots a three. Can't get it. Now Doncic. Now Reeves. Lays it in easily.
You know, Reeves is such a crafty and clever player. He's so good at finding ways to score inside.
And here's Herro. He'll bring it up for Miami. They trail by 14. 1:11 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Richard, the league taking some steps to prevent flopping. What's the criteria for what crosses the line?
It's called STEM. It's an acronym for secondary, theatrical, exaggerated movements. Yes, that's a real term. It's kind of a limited definition, and it basically says, don't be an idiot.
Buries it from outside!
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Now here's Ware. Mitchell outside. Here's Herro. 17-footer on the way. James rips down the board. The Lakers dominating the game. A 17-point lead, their biggest. Here's Reeves. So we see the Lakers taking the W here. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thanks so much, guys. Marcus, your competitive spirit is infectious. Talk about what you bring to this team.
Just a spark. You know, we get a little stagnant on the offensive end, got to get in and move it. You know, I'm coming in, I'm driving, penetrating, finding guys. And, you know, you got a guy that can facilitate and find guys. You know, gets them feeling good. Then they start making shots, playing defense, and things start falling. You know, that's always missing, just that little energy.
You got it. Thanks, Marcus.
Allie, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we present the player of the game, LeBron James.